there's a pandemic going on, and yeah. So I just actually got back from doing a little bit of grocery shopping. And some of the stores have implemented these like one-way aisles. There's
Yep.
like big arrows on the floor. Sometimes they post papers on the sides of the aisles with the arrows. And you would not believe the amount of people who totally disregard that. So I don't
Absolutely
know.
would.
Yeah. Well, you would. Yeah. So it's been, I guess, really bugging me. So I've become quite vocal, in the store if I see somebody going like the wrong way, because the aisles are not very big. So
Mhm.
sometimes I say something, I'm like, hey, this is a one-way aisle. And most people will be like, oh my gosh, I haven't noticed. Oh, and they turn their carts around and they go, the way.
Yep.
But some other people, are kind of rude. Yesterday, I was told to, F off and given a finger. Um, so I guess, I don't know. So I arrived and I could still feel this inside me that I'm just really, I guess, frustrated and irritated with all of it.
Hmm. Because there are rules, and you know the rules, and you're obeying the rules. So why should they not have to obey the rules?
Well, yeah, and I mean, this is for everybody's benefit, right? This is not just nilly-willy, let's put some arrows on in these aisles.
Hmm.
It's for everybody's safety.
Yes. Okay.
I don't know.
A question from somewhere?
I don't know. I'm just like, I'm not sure if I need to shift something. Am I like
Oh
justifying
yeah, absolutely.
something? Because I'm not enjoying feeling what I'm feeling, and like, am I
Hmm.
just taking it too hard? Like, what's going on?
Well, there's a few things going on. Number one, there are people. There's a bunch of stories out there. So there are people that are just unconscious. They're busy doing their thing. They're oblivious, and they do not see the arrows. So they just do their thing, and once you make them aware of the arrows, they're like, oh, and then they'll start obeying the arrows. There are people out there that I don't give a shit. Right? I'm going to go where I want because I'm going to get my stuff, and you guys are just going to have to move around me because that's how I function. And those people are also often the I'm not going to get this, so I don't care about social distancing, and that's just the way it works. Right? So there are, and there's other stories besides that. But the question you want to ask yourself is, what do you get about encountering all these people that are breaking the rules?
I I get to be the aisle Nazi.
You do. And look how happy you are to be the aisle Nazi.
Ah.
So if people don't break the rules, you don't get the joy of being the aisle Nazi. So they've got to keep breaking the rules wherever you go.
But you know what? I would much rather go to the store and have everything flow so I don't get frustrated, like I feel
Yes,
like
that's not coming up true.
it's not.
It's not. You love being the aisle Nazi.
Oh boy.
Okay. So, oof.
Oof, yeah.
Oh, wow. Look at that. Okay. So, first of all, right there, does someone have to be the aisle Nazi?
Well, if people break the rules, then yes.
Why?
Okay. Of course, that's it. That's just the belief, right?
Yeah.
So, someone doesn't have to be the aisle Nazi, but that's your belief. So, are you willing to destroy the belief that someone has to be the aisle Nazi?
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that if you do not see any aisle Nazis at the supermarket, then it is your responsibility to be that aisle Nazi?
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that it is totally unfair that some people get to disobey the rules while you're trying so hard to diligently obey the rules?
Okay, and I heard you speak, and I did
Uh-huh.
not hear what you said.
And this is what we call
Honestly,
resistance.
word by word, I heard everything, but in my head is just not, you know, coming together. So can you say it again, rephrase it, or something?
Can I rephrase it?
I don't know. Say it slower. I don't know.
So understand that everyone's creating their reality about what's
Yeah.
best for them. So the people that are disobeying are saying are in the story that I get to do this, and this is totally fair. And this is just the way it's working. And the people that are uh, seeing the other people have this story that, well, there's going to be a bunch of stories around it, but there's a possible story that the world is unfair to me, and therefore evidence of that unfairness has to show up.
Okay, yeah, that I get.
Okay, so if you have a story that the world is unfair to you, then it's going to show up in places like the supermarket where look at these people breaking the rule. There's no one enforcing it. Here I am doing my best. What's the point of even doing my best? The world's so unfair.
Hmm.
So, truth, is the world unfair to you?
I don't think so.
Yes, it's not coming up true.
No.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So, from an individual point of view, the world can seem very, very unfair. But when you look at it from a spiritual point of view, with everyone creating their reality at a subconscious level, the world is completely fair because it's backing up your stories all the time. So, are you willing to step out of the story that the world is unfair to you?
Yes, let's do it.
Oh, that's not moving. Huh. What do you love about the world being unfair to you? Ow, right there. What was that?
I don't know. I'm stumped.
What would happen if things were easy and in flow and everything you wanted just kept showing up?
That would be awesome.
And that's not coming up true either.
But see, I've experienced that actually before, and it was fabulous. And
And
then
then what?
I get out of flow, and then, things are not so fabulous.
How
And
did
I
you
don't
feel
know,
when things stopped being fabulous?
like I have something to talk about.
Like you have something to talk about? What do you mean?
Yeah, because something happens, and then you talk to people, and you're like, oh, look at what happened, blah, blah,
Oh,
blah. Here's the story, right?
okay. So do you need the world to be unfair so you have stories to tell people?
I suppose by this logic, I do. But no, I would like not to do that.
Okay. But if everything's going well, can you tell those stories?
Sure.
Are they as good as the other stories?
No.
Okay, so think about what we just said.
Yeah.
Stories of success and abundance and great things are not nearly as good as the stories of adversity and strife and unfairness.
Yeah, because the other stories have drama in them and, the crap. And I guess
Okay.
people like to commiserate, right?
Hmm.
I mean, I've had experiences where I was telling positive stories, and you can see that sometimes people get like people that just don't want to listen to you,
Hmm.
because you're a happy, positive person. So
Yes.
maybe, that's what happened.
So what you're doing is you're trying to make your life miserable to appease other people whose lives are miserable.
Hmm.
Okay.
That sucks, man.
So you could just as easily decide, you know what? These people don't like hearing happy stories. I'm going to hang out with people who love to hear happy stories. But that's not the choice you made.
Yeah.
So are
Funny
you
if it
willing?
unravels like that, right?
Yeah. So are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to appease people with negative stories?
Yes.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to be accepted by negative people?
Yes.
And are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to adjust your life so people will be interested in the stories you tell about it?
Yeah. No.
It's moving a bit, but there's a lot of resistance on that.
Say that
Ooh.
again.
Are you willing to destroy the belief that you have to adjust your life so that people will be interested in the stories you tell?
Okay. Yes.
Whew. Now, this is a cool conversation because this is hitting a lot of people on the call, right? This is why people have this love to have gossip and water cooler talks, although I guess we all had separate water coolers now, and just talk about how bad things can be. In my lunchroom, when the last corporate job I had, at lunchtime, it was this competition: who could outdo the other person with the worst story about what's going on in their last, either their life or the last day or whatever the situation is. And I just stopped eating lunchroom and went to my desk, watched YouTube videos, like funny YouTube videos, and enjoyed myself. A lot of people in the world function this way. So, are you willing to be the happiest person in the room?
Yes.
Good.
Saying yes.
Okay. How does that feel?
It feels much better, actually. It hasn't all gone, but I feel it as it's going. Things are exiting downwards.
All right. Okay. Thanks for playing.
Thanks, Shiraz.
You're welcome. Hey, this is Shiraz, and if you made it this far, please click like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel. And if you would like shifts like the person in the video, subscribe to our monthly magic program. The link is in the description. You will get monthly coaching as well as emails going out to help boost your vibration, your wealth, your success, and as well as a lot of other perks. And remember, be well, be aware, and be magical.